Sunday, but we're working on a Sunday. We're moving a skidder right now. I got my faithful companion right back here with me. Tips girl. Tips girl. She sleeps a lot. She likes to go with me though. She loves to ride. And I like taking her with me too. She's a good dog. We're moving a skidder today. We're like I said, we're on the south side of Springfield right now, rolling around James River Freeway. We're moving the skidder down here to Oldfield, Missouri. I've cut some timber down in here in years past. I've cut some really good timber there around Ozark and Sparta. It's just, you never know where you're going to be from one week to the next. It's what's great about logging. It's always an adventure. We got a lot going on this week. It's a busy week. We got to get this skidder dropped off today. First thing in the morning, I got to pick up the skid steer. Then, as soon as I pick that skid steer up, I've immediately got to go look at timber in Lebanon, Missouri, and then it's back to work. So we've got a busy week. We've got to try to knock this job out down here at Oldfield. Then I got to get back up north, get to cut some walnut up north, on top of all the other jobs I got to look at. Dad's got he's got a handful of jobs there around home. Me and him got to get knocked out. So a lot of things going on. Traffic's really not... I like moving on Sundays a lot because traffic's not that bad. Especially if... And I do a lot of work around the Springfield, Missouri area. A lot of work. And so, you know, if I'm moving a skidder, I like moving on Sundays if I can because, you know, down here, traffic's like right now, there's not hardly any traffic at all. I'm on a 4-lane. James River Freeway is a 4-lane highway that runs the south side of the city here. And it's just... There ain't hardly anybody out. You know, it's a little afternoon. It's almost 1 o'clock. Nobody. Makes it pretty nice. So you can kind of see here the road we're on. I enjoy working down here around Springfield area. We cut a lot of timber down here. I cut a lot of walnut timber down here. It's one of those deals. It seems like it takes a little while to get your foot in the door. Because it almost seems like things down here can be a little cliquey. Like you might work for somebody, and then they might tell 5 of their friends, and you go and cut for 5 of their friends. Now, in turn, we're not cutting very big tracts of timber down here either. I have cut some big tracts down here, but more times than not, we're working little 5 and 10 acre jobs down here. It's their little lots. Springfield's growing so fast right now. It's, you know, I've run around down here, you know, ever since I got out of high school, and even when I was in high school. I mean, Springfield, it's the big town here in southwest Missouri where all of us kids from these small towns go to run around and socialize and be heathens. But it is, I mean, it seemed like even when the economy was in like the recession, Springfield was still growing like crazy. I mean, it's a busy place to be. So we're gonna get on down the road here. We're going to go down here and drop this skidder off, get it ready for in the morning or tomorrow. And, I guess we'll try to get some timber cuts. Let's go see if we can get this skidder off here. We're kind of getting a little deeper or going through the heart of the south side now. I mean, anybody that, a lot of you guys that watch my videos, I'm sure you've been to Springfield or live in the area, so you know the city pretty well, but, we just went under Kansas Expressway, so next big street coming up will be Campbell, but it's Republic Road here above us now. There's some nice houses down here, though, man. There's some nice places in here. Southside's a real nice part of town, I think. Springfield's gotten rough. It has. It's the last few years. It seems like the drugs, the shootings, the theft, just the crimes. It's crazy down here. Springfield's a rough little town anymore. It didn't always used to be that way, but you know, here in the last 5 or 6 years, it's gotten pretty carried away. You know, I remember when I was in high school, and I didn't. I mean, you heard about it, but you didn't really know what it was. I guess that's how it was when I was in school about methamphetamine. You know, we were right in the middle of the meth epidemic going on down here in Springfield at the time. I mean, there's still a lot of meth down here, but not like there was. It's not like it was here, you know, 10 or 15 years ago. Like I said, when I was in school, of course we'd heard of meth, but we didn't really know what it was per se. But it didn't take long when all that stuff started going down. I mean, it's all you heard about on the news. I mean, there was meth labs being busted up everywhere. I mean, they can cook that junk anywhere. All it is a bunch of household chemicals. Any one of them by themselves can kill you, but something about if you cook all this stuff together and put it in your body, crazy stuff. But Springfield I think it's a really nice town. Of course I do a lot of business down here with some of the other things we got going on, like Timber Tracker and things like that. So there's a Cox South Hospital there. That's not where we want to go. It's not where we want to go at all. But of the mornings and afternoons down here, this traffic is crazy busy. Got one coming on the on-ramp here. Slow down, let him ease in front of us. Then we're gonna go over here and hit 65 highway and head south and end up here at the intersection, or the interchange, whatever they call it. We'll head on south. Man, this is some Backroads area down here. I'm starting to think maybe I should have went out the way I came in. I mean, narrow roads, pulling a trailer. I mean, real narrow. We got unloaded. So, this is some rough old country down here. You get it back in here, not far from Branson, Missouri, back in these hills and hollers. We're north of Branson, we're kind of northeast of Branson, but it's about the same kind of terrain. It's rough old country. A lot of oak timber down here. It's mainly what it is. There'll be a little bit of walnut on these creeks, these draws. I guess here at Oldfield they used to, and I've heard this before, and I'd like to do a little more investigating in it, but I heard they used to have a rattlesnake roundup there. And I guess I used to catch some big rattlesnakes. Now, the only time I ever killed a timber rattler at work, my dad's killed a few. The only time I ever killed one, we were working just southeast of Oldfield here, and we killed a timber rattler at work one day. But I have no doubt in my mind that there's probably a lot of timber rattlers and copperheads. They're starting to see a lot of black bears down here now. I mean, of course, there could be anything in this part of the world. This is a little different terrain than what I'm used to working up there around Stockton through there. That's kind of rolling hills and flat. I like working that kind of ground, the creek bottoms. You get down here and it's hills and hollers. Guys, that's it for today. Kind of a short little video. Seems like I never get to film what I want to film, but oh well, part of it I guess. My co-pilot, she's back there sleeping. Tipsy. Yeah, she's sleeping on the job, ain't you? She likes to go with me. Pretty good dog to have around. I would take my bloodhound, but she hates to ride. I mean, absolutely hates to ride. Trixie does not like to ride in a vehicle of any kind. She gets anxious, nervous, just like high anxiety when she's in a vehicle. But guys, that's like I said, that's today's video. We're gonna try to pump out some good ones here in the next couple of weeks. Now things are really starting to. Our busy seasons. I mean, we're getting ready to dive head first into it, and I mean, we're still looking and buying timber. Not every day, but I'm on the road buying timber a lot. At least 4 days a week, if not 5 sometimes. But it takes a lot of timber to keep everything going, and I like getting out there and looking at it too. But guys, thanks a lot for following along. Be sure to subscribe, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. Be sure to check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Turner Logging LLC, and you can find the logger threads and Timber Tracker on Instagram and Facebook as well. So be sure to check all those things out too. Guys, me and Tipsy, we are hungry. We're gonna get something to eat. You ready to go eat, Tips? She's just thrilled. She is thrilled. Guys, we'll see you later.